be fought on another day.
Yeah, and that's going to happen right now. So we're going to bring you 40 plus to start our show. If we stand right here, Mike Brown's going to take us out. So Megawatt, Matt Watson, myself, Jason Wygant, headed to the tower. Rodney Tomlin and Kevin Kelly will be joining us all day long. Let's go watch some racing.
Hang in there for a great day. Glad you're joining us.
Yep.
Well, guys, picking the action up here in the next moto of racing. Looks like Mike Brown has taken the lead and the whole shot in this senior 40-plus class as we kick things off. He's looking to take home another number one as he dons the number one in this class now. It's yeah, we all. That's how it works.
How do you get up here that quick?
That's TV, man. That's how magic.
That was
that's
magic.
Yeah.
The magic was Megawatt and I were willing to take one for the team and get run over. We stood on the track as the moto had started, and that's what we're willing to do. If you need it on camera, we're going to go where you tell us to go.
Hey, man, I've been a team player for years, dude. I'm a company man.
There you
I'll
go.
take one for the team, no problem, dude. Mike Brown would run me down, homie.
Actually, if Megawatt were to pick a way to go, that would be probably right in their top 5. At finish line jump, Loretta's Mike Brown.
Hey, well, I've already told you guys, and we're going to get a bit morbid here for a second, but I expect whichever one of us is left last to spread my ashes and turn one a high point. So that's all I can tell you.
We'll do it.
That's why Loretta's is top 5, but we know number 1 is High Point. Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
absolutely. Got to go with the hometown track. You know, born and raised, learned everything I know about the game from High Point, from the Coombs family. And Weeds, you know what? It's been a pleasure watching you develop into that world-class company you are. I remember when you were just an intern at the office, getting your team about, getting your job about. And I got to tell you, boss, sincerity, 24/7, you get it.
Dude. Yes.
You know what? You still found time to go ride with us at Roaring Knob. You still found time to hang out. But
Scotty Atkins. Scotty Atkins' house on Snake Hill Road.
Scotty Too Hottie, man.
Scotty Too Hottie, yeah. Yeah.
Congratulations to you on an awesome career. You've done an amazing job. It's been a pleasure to watch that. And like I said, you say,
Right now.
It's true. Like when I first showed up, when I thought I had a job, but apparently I didn't. I don't know. Davey gave me keys to an apartment and said move to Morgantown, but then they never gave me a computer, a job description, or a paycheck.
So
I was
clean this
confused.
room out.
Yeah, but I did have a place to stay, so I took that as, and then it took about 3 or 4 months to finally find my way, which was actually in GNCC, which is where I met this guy, Rodney Tomlin, and Rodney's as good as anyone at covering 16 straight hours of talking.
He's the best.
But luckily there was one day where they needed 17 straight hours. So he threw a microphone my way, and next thing you know, we were both announcing, and then it's been taken off from there. But the difference is that Megawatt has the skeletons in the closet. He was there when I first started riding dirt bikes. My parents, I'm just going to say, my parents, I think my dad might be watching Racer TV right now. We were not motocross people at all.
I'm pretty sure I saw Weeds put his knee pads on over top of his pants one time.
Well, that was our buddy Barry Hawk when he went riding one time. He's like, you put the right knee brace on the left side, dorko. Yeah. So
that's because my left knee's really bad.
So I watched motocross as a kid growing up. It was my favorite sport. I read all the magazines. I had a subscription to Cycle News at age 8. I could barely even read well enough. I mean, reading Cycle News at 7 and 8 years old, I would challenge my daughter to read that well at that age. Mike Brown, by the way, leading. So I followed motocross my whole life. I don't believe my parents were pumped about the idea of riding a dirt bike at all, let alone racing one, and also the cost involved. So I had to wait till 23 years old to finally get on one of those things. Megawatt, you were actually there. Luckily, we didn't have iPhones, so you didn't shoot the video of that because it was terrible back in those days. And then right here in the hills of Loretta Lynn's ranch, I decided about 2 years later, I'm like, I'm ready to race one of these GNCCs. Oh, I was not ready. I was not ready. So the trail's right behind there. Our announcer's tower is Brown leads Paymart and Gruy early. And of course, Karsten is behind Gruy because that's always the case. So I crashed, I think, 9 times between this motocross track and then the woods on the other side of it. And I remember our speed guys, Mike Holbert and Hollywood, pull up and they say, update. Jason Wygant is in dead last. We have 572 riders, and he's in 572nd place.
And just ahead of him, Jessica Coombs.
Yeah. So I'm proud that I eventually improved enough where I have managed to beat each female employee of our company in a race at some point. I've been able to beat all the females. I think I beat Jessica this year, actually, at Steel Creek. Jen Canyon, R.I.P. Chelsea Taylor, R.I.P. Number 1, Jan, RIP. I took you all out. I beat all the females. Yeah.
Hey, Kevin Kelly joining us in the tower this morning now.
Yes, I am.
Good morning.
All right, we're having fun here in the tower. The 40-plus riders. I consider myself a young man doing what I'm doing, but I got bad news. I'm going to be eligible for this class soon.
Hey,
I'm
homie.
going to be a 40-plus.
Megawatt looking at 51 this year.
Oh, 50-plus.
51
50
this
plus.
year, bro. Yeah, absolutely.
So Mike Brown leading, Greg Paymart second. John Gruey is trying to get Paymart. So where is Karsten? This is a comparatively huge
right
gap
there in the
of
fourth
only
position, dude. This is a who's who, okay?
Yeah,
Brown,
Paymart,
Gruey, Carson. I mean,
Yep.
this is a who's who. Look at
Carson.
Fosnock back there. He's only in 7th place. So this is how we scripted it right here, my man.
Edward Walston is 5th. He's been running with these guys all week. Rob Floss 6th, Billy Fosnock 7th, Brian Garahan 8th, Brooke Fluker 9th, and Ricky Schroeder, richest man out here, Silver
Hey, dude,
Spoons 10th.
Let me tell you, I saw a limo pull in last night, you know, and it had a trailer behind it with a gold-plated CRF. I said, who's this fool?
Ricky
I said,
Schroeder.
now we know.
Ricky Schroeder.
Okay, Silver
Yep.
Spoon
Had the
rolled
hot
in.
tub in the back seat there.
Is that what
Pool
that
in the
was?
back. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
I
Hot
saw
tub
the steam.
in the
I couldn't
trunk.
really tell, but that's what it was a hot
He doesn't
tub.
even pressure wash the bike. He actually just puts it
Dips
in
it.
a pool, dips it in the pool in the back of his limo.
It's purified water.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw the butler pull a thing out. They dried it with air, dude. It was amazing,
Yeah,
incredible.
he has a butler actually to take care of the bike.
Not a
Not
mechanic,
a
a
butler.
butler.
He was
Butler.
standing down there with Gatorade on a silver tray, you know.
Gives it the
Amazing.
white glove treatment up. Not going to work,
Yeah.
boys.
Better
Yep.
clean that crossbar
Red
pad.
Bull is served. A cigarette girl comes by, but it's just all stocked with Red Bull. Mike Brown, shocker,
Wow, 16
dominating this
seconds.
moto here. But a little history made. He actually got beat this morning by Ricky Renner. So Mike Brown's win streak since returning to the ranch is up in smoke, and he's not happy about that. He's coming back. Gruey and Paymart having a crazy battle. Gruey, I don't think Gruey knows how to ride by himself.
No, he loves riding with his buddies.
Has to battle.
He's finally pulled away from his nemesis, Barry Karsten. 3 seconds. That's as far apart as they have been. They pitted next to each other. They drove down 75 together, side by side, 3 in the morning. Cannot shake Barry Karsten. He's about to get around Paymart, though. Frenchie under the attack of the diminutive John Gruey. A feisty little fella.
You know, Gruey doesn't use a lot of energy on the bike, man. He just picked good lines. He's just one of those guys that can constantly flow. And, you know, everybody said, oh, John Gruey, you know he's going to be in there. But to watch how he does it, man. You
Yeah,
know,
very economical,
man.
efficient.
He's very efficient on the bike, no two ways about it. And if you notice, he doesn't really get locked into one line, Kevin. He's going to use the line that's available, and he'll find the smooth line. He'll ride the fringes a bit. And,
That's
you know,
that's what my dad always preached. Like, look for different lines on the track. And vets these are old school guys, and they walk around, they check out lines. They are constantly paying attention to the racetrack.
And they're smart enough to know the main groove's going to be the rough groove. The main line's going to be the rough
Yep,
line.
yep.
And
There's a reason
avoiding
for it.
bumps right now. Look at these guys. I mean, tire to tire, maintain an amazing pace. These guys are turning 203s. Mike Brown turned to 157. I think our fast lap today is a 153.
That's not even fair. Mike Brown,
So-
he's a bad dude. He is a bad man.
dude. Absolutely.
Paymart looking over his shoulder, the number 70 of John Gruey, tucked right in there. I mean, he is not going away.
No, these guys coming through Waterworks right now, you're looking at a 2:03.9, a 2:02.9, 1 second, and that's literally what it looks like on the track. It
Yep.
is 1 second, and these guys have been riding this way for 4 laps now.
Gruey looking for a way around. This is the second place battle we're watching. Paymart on the 44 Kawasaki, Gruey on the 70, matching his age. Still able to get it done. And he might have done it right there. Looks like John Gruey has made the pass. We can actually look away from the screen and see them in real time directly in front of us. Paymart trying to counter on the outside.
And Gruey just patient, just rode back there.
Sit back, see how this race develops.
Exactly, don't follow. And as we notice, and it seems to me, history proves itself. Sometimes you think Gruey, third, fourth position, a few seconds back. but those last 2 laps, when that 2-lap card shows up, if he's not in the lead, he's going for the lead.
Nah, he's very fit. He is not going away.
No,
that's for sure.
You know, you watched John Gruey. John Gruey got to participate in a MX Legends ride at Crawfordsville a couple years ago. Jeff Stanton, Guy Cooper, Kevin Windham, all these guys. And Gruey right there in the mix of those guys, turning similar lap
totally
times.
Can see that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was really fun to watch him in that environment as well.
He harasses everybody back home. He was talking about riding the pro classes back home, and when he takes his helmet off, they're like, that old dude beat me.
Just waxed you.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Waxed you.
He goes, if we ran 70-lap races, I would win every one of them.
And he's right.
Halfway
they just need to add a lap per year for Gruey.
There you go.
He's
and he gets
consummate
stronger and
forever
stronger.
champion. Yeah.
Don't get it. Mike Brown out front, 24 seconds now. The wheels are coming off now as Mike Brown has turned to 2:01. So he is backing it down. He's managing this race for sure. He just raced, like you guys said, about 20 minutes ago, it seems like. So he is managing almost back-to-back motos. Gruey, Paymart, Karsten, Edward, Walston Investments in the number 5 spot. Rob Floth is 6th. Billy Fosnock 7th. Brian Garahan 8th. Brooke Fluker is 9th. And Christopher McMillan rounds out your top 10. Is Brooke Fluker, is that a female? Is that a lady?
That I'm not sure about, man. But I tell you what, take a look at some of your lap times, Kevin, right? 5th through 8th place or so. These guys riding very similar.
They are all in the 2:11s.
Yeah, riding very similar times. So right now, it's just going to be waiting for somebody to make a mistake, somebody get tired. Then you're going to start seeing some shuffling going on right there. But then there's a big gap up to 2 minutes, 2:03, 2:05, and 2:02. Look at Karsten.
Look who's back.
There he comes.
Barry Karsten has made a pass on Paymart, and Paymart is not done.
And I think AARP gives you like 3 seconds a lap, right?
They do.
If you have a card,
yes,
you get 3 seconds a lap.
Discounts at Denny's, 3 seconds a lap.
Exactly. So Karsten not going away, 2:03. Gruey stepped it up that time, 2:03. And then Mike Brown, as you
look at the lappers. It's chaos right here. You're going to see Karsten pop out and Paymart right there behind him in that HOV lane, just tucking it right in.
Like that 31 on Karsten, that's how many years he's been here, isn't it? Like
yes.
31 years, something like that.
That's how many years he's been in the vet class. It's probably not that far off. He's got to be in his 50s, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm 51. I'm saying Karsten's on the other side of 55.
Wow.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I believe so.
Wow. He is a gold member at AARP. He's got discounts coming left and right.
That's right.
He's never paid full price for anything.
Uh-oh. There he is.
A couple of guys here that have won some titles. Whoa, look at this. This is so strange. This guy, how many titles did you get snatched away from you? Ryan Villapoto in the tower. He's got 1 title. Michael Lessie took all of his titles. He's in the tower as well. You can feel the tension as we speak.
Like,
he made up for it in his pro career is what Mike said.
We had this conversation yesterday with Mike, and it's like fighters going to opposite corners of the booth right here.
Yeah.
Mike said, I was the king of Loretta's, and, when you take a look at Ryan says, yeah, look at them national titles. Ryan said, take a look at those. What's happening, RV?
Not too much, just hanging out here at Loretta's. It's pretty cool to be back, and the track's changed a lot since I've raced here, I think for the better, and it's awesome just to be back and hanging out, and I think we've been pretty lucky with the weather so far. It's starting to heat up a little bit, but knock on wood, we haven't seen those torrential downpours that we see pretty much every year, at least one day.
Hanging out in the tower, we have Michael Lessie and Ryan Villapoto, and as expected, as scripted, Barry Karsten has caught John Gruey like they've done 400 motos in a row here at Loretta Lynn's. It doesn't matter where they start, they're going to finish banging bars at some point.
And what's crazy is they're right there on the track. Between those two riders is 90 years combined racing experience.
In the vet class. Just the vet class.
class.
That's not the other 84 years they raced professionally and in the mini ranks in the early 30s.
Yeah, all the mini titles those guys won on wooden wheel bikes, dude.
Correct, the steam-driven Hondas. They've done this every time. Yeah, that we've joked about it. And Mike Alessi up here, you were just commenting how close they were racing earlier yesterday.
Yeah, like I said, at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock yesterday, they were riding this close for the whole. Oh, Gruey just hit that lapper, dude. He got right in between them. Yeah, like I said, they were battling this close yesterday for the entire 20 minutes, and it's crazy to think that here we are at 9 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning today, and they're doing the same thing again. So, it's like magnets; they can't get away from each other.
It never gets old watching Gruey and Barry Karsten race. We got to get Gruey. He says he's going up to K-Rock. He says he's coming to take Barry Carson's money.
Oh,
and
Barry's backyard.
Barry owns that place, and if he beats him heads up, I think that's a definitive answer.
That's like putting a stake in your neighbor's yard.
That's
dude.
a bummer. Yeah, he's planting his flag. He's
Holy
coming.
Cow.
John Gruey and Barry Karsten slugging it out for the 4 millionth time here at Loretta Lynn's. Mike Brown out to a 34-second lead.
Mike Brown, as we said, 46 years old, so not quite as old as a couple of these guys, but more than eligible for this class. Looking forward to that plus 50. I'm sure so he can just race like 6 classes next year.
He's eligible for every class under the sun then.
RV, what's up, man? What's going on? What's the news down here this week? What have you seen? What got your attention? What's going on?
Oh, not too much. Just like I said, hanging out and enjoying it. And, I think got some pretty good classes coming up. I'm looking forward to watching, I think it's that 125 schoolboy class with Ty Masterpool in it. He's been riding pretty good. And the first race that I was able to watch, he didn't get a very good start, was able to come through the pack and ended up second. So I want to see him get a good start and then kind of see what he does with a good start and, see where he goes with it.
Yeah, you talk about Ty put in some great rides so far this week. Like you said, not the best start, but able to really take the situation and turn it around, take advantage of some smart riding, some good lines. And when we take a look out here right now, we look at some of these senior classes. We're going to see RV back here at the ranch anytime soon.
Get some photo ops up here.
I was going to say, got our photo ops in here.
Between you guys, how many
Absolutely.
titles do you have? Those two are like 12. You got 11. Michael Alessi has 11.
12.
You got one. That's what I'm saying. 12
plus
titles between you
plus
guys.
one.
Well, that's our math class for this morning.
I ran up here. I was in the booth working with the TV crew, working on my computer, and I'm like, did I just hear both guys in the same? Yeah.
Absolutely, dude.
But apparently Jeff Emig nailed it right on his Instagram story. What did he say?
Yeah, he beat you to it. We, buried the hatchet. We're friends now, and we come back to the ranch, man. It's all about having fun and enjoying it. And you put the past behind yourselves, and you just come here and just have fun and watch the kids race and cheer them on. And that's what Loretta's is all about, honestly, at the end of the day.
Time heals all wounds, is what Emig said.
No two ways about it. Your
Time heals all
dad
wounds.
and I had hard feelings 15 years ago. Your dad and I had hard feelings over an article I wrote. And,
Your dad and a lot of guys, but we're good now.
Yeah, I didn't approve of a lot of things. It's just my opinion, And let me tell you something. I think the world of your dad right now and you guys. Let me tell you something. The storyline from you guys, what American motocross youth has been able to learn from you as well as Ryan, dude, it's incredible. And to listen to your dad say, you know what, Megawatt, I didn't make all the right decisions. What worked for the Alessis sometimes didn't work for anybody anytime or something like that. But to hear him reflect on it, to hear him acknowledge shortcomings, acknowledge strengths and that type of thing, and be committed as he is to the new teams and that kind of thing, man, God bless Tony Alessi. You know what I mean?
In life, you make mistakes. That's part of life. You learn from your mistakes and, you don't make them again, obviously. And, with my dad, he's a great man, he's doing great with Moto Concepts and did a great job with Justin Brayton this year. Winning that Daytona Supercross was huge, not just for him, but also for Justin Brayton himself as an individual, as a person, to finally get that monkey off his back that he's never won a Supercross, and to be able to do it at not just the gnarliest Supercross ever, but the roughest one. I mean, it's basically like a motocross race in a Supercross stadium. So for JB to win that was huge for him and for Moto Concepts, the team.
Yeah, I love that guy. And you know what? I just have to really believe that it may not have happened without Tony in that program. It may not have come to fruition at that time without his tutelage.
It's been since 2012 since he's been on that team, obviously, and just trying every year to improve the bike.
get the team better, just to get to that next level to be a race winner, Supercross winner. And I'm not saying that maybe that's why I've had failures in pros, but you can only use that mindset so long as an amateur. But when you get to pros, everything is different. Things are different. The training, the diet, the thinking, the mindset, and the bike setup. Obviously, everything is different. So for him to see what he has done for him and the team has been awesome.
It absolutely has been. That you just covered my point 100% right there. And to watch it, almost a 180. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you know what? I'm glad the success was bestowed upon him. He deserves it. That's a guy who's worked. And you know what? No matter what decision he made for those boys.
That's right.
And Jeff.
TA, he was always, always about winning when it's amateurs and just pushing super hard. And, as a father should, he just wants the best for his kids, which I understand now that I'm a father, and you just want the best for your kids at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Right now, we're getting ready to send it down to Rodney. He's on the Race Tech podium right now. I got to tell you, RV, Mike Brown got about a 44-second win right there. John Gruey, the consummate vet down here. And, of course, Barry Carson, of all people, down there making it happen. Looks like we
made a significant
on
upgrade
the podium this time.
Significant upgrade from Rodney on the podium. I mean, pick your category. Better in all aspects. Now, Mike Brown just won this moto by 44 seconds, and he is busy downloading information on the way suspension worked with Scuba Steve from Rockstar Husky, because they are still not satisfied. They want to make the bike work even better, because the 44-second lead, we have to have an immediate team debriefing to make the bike work better. All right. Up on the box here, I'll give you guys the all night at the campground if you want to download bike info. Now I love the way only Brownie is doing it this way. He's just conquered the podium and he just poses here like this. I'm going to let you keep doing this because it's your distinctive, unique way. Here's another gold medal. Let's hear it for Mike Brown. All right, Mike. Somebody just told me 40-plus class and a 40-plus second lead, but you're still not satisfied. You're downloading with Scuba Steve. It's trying to set the bike up even better.
For sure, they're always working. It helps those guys and helps me for sure. And every time I've been on a track, it's been a different track and a different bike. It's gotten better every time, so I'm happy about that. And yeah, I've still got 2 motos to go, and if they keep going the right direction, it's going to be a lot better on the bike, and hopefully get a better result in that 25. But just go out and have fun and do good.
We got Ryan Villapoto, by the way, up in the announcer's tower. Are you cool with that? Because you had to battle RV hard back at Washougal about 5 days ago.
Oh, that was awesome. As I say, it was probably one of the funnest races I ever had. Even he won, but it was just fun riding 125 for sure, and just to be out there with that guy on his track, it was just the whole fun. I didn't go out there to expect to do anything, and rode it better than I thought, and had a good time riding with those guys. So no, he's a great rider, and look up to him.
You know what though? You've always been good on the 125s. Maybe with these 40-some second leads, could you maybe come race this class on a 125 some year? That could be interesting.
Maybe. I think Robbie did a few years ago, rendered, and he did good on it. So I don't know. If I come back next year, maybe try that. I don't know. We'll see. Another year older, I could be a lot slower for sure.
That's true. And the 25 plus, they're giving you all you can handle. Mike, you want to thank some people for this 40 plus win?
Yeah. Husqvarna, Rockstar, FXR gear. They've supported me a lot the last 2 years, and they've helped me a lot, and it's great gear. Everybody go check it out. And Dunlop, FMF, my mechanic Scott, Scuba, Murphy, all the guys at Rockstar, Dunlop tires, and Oakley and Bell helmets for sure.
All right, let me give you the whole shot check, by the way. Where'd that thing go? Oh, right there. Hold that up. You're going to take your pictures. Bell helmets, whole shot award for Mike Brown. Let's hear it for our Moto winner. And, of course, we got to give these guys their podium time. You can head out if you want. The electric start is nice. Even the 125 would take a kick. The rest of the podium in this class, it's just all about consistency. Let's hear it for John Gruey. I'm starting to think that you don't know how to ride by yourself. You just have to battle. Paymart, Barry, whoever it is.
Yeah, you'd think after all these years I'd be able to get a start and do my own thing and not have to fight with anybody. But, that's the way it is when all these guys are putting in the same amount of effort. You're going to get a battle. So, I just got to be ready for those last 3 laps and not so much the first, 7 or whatever it is.
Yeah. Okay. So happy with this moto in the end?
Yeah, for sure. Coming out second behind Brown. We all don't count him. So, you know, and hopefully nobody else does know, Mike's just on a different level, and it's great to have guys like that out here representing the sport. So just pumped to be second.
Who do you want to thank, John?
Team Babbitt's, Team Green Kawasaki, Dunlop Tires, Decal Works, FMF, Fox Gear, all they do, it's tremendous. Renthal, Twin Air, Tamer Whole Shot Devices, man, Factory Connection Suspension. The bike was working really good today. So, man, if anybody I forgot, I apologize. It's you know, everybody that helps me, I really appreciate it.
All right, there it is, John Gruey, second place. And we'll bring up third. Hey, John, I mixed you up there. I'm like colorblind or something. There you go, thank you. Oh, that's how you do it. No, he's tough. He's not going to. Yeah, do it. I like it. All right, first of all, forget the moto. I got a real question. I was at this Kawasaki and Thor dinner last night where they were giving swag away to Kawasaki and Thor athletes, and somehow you won something. How are you entered into that? You're neither brand. You're just taking all the stuff.
No, the guy I came with, he was an alternate on the Cowie, so he took my wife up. She put my name down for some reason instead of Dan's name being your rider, and I won the prize at Kawasaki. So thanks, Kawasaki. And
all right, we know you're a lifetime Suzuki and Answer MSR guy. How'd that moto go for you?
Oh, it was good. Great start right behind Mike. Man, my first lap was terrible. I went back to sixth. I dug hard. I had a lot left at the end. Man, I thought I got 2 white flags, so that kind of freaked me out. But it gave me another lap to catch him, and I did. And man, I put a move at the finish line, but I couldn't make it stick. So
I cannot believe these battles. These are ridiculous. Okay, who do you want to thank one more time?
Rye helmet, Scott goggles, FMF, Dunlap, Twin Air, Suzuki, Bromley Suzuki, the RM Army, Answer, Sunstar Sprockets, my family. I got my whole family here. My sister's here with her kid racing in the 30-plus class, so it's generations of racing here.
That's what it's all about. Barry's only here because his son's racing. That's the main motivation. Let's hear it for our third-place finisher, Barry Karsten.